So this is a very, very important subject and requires a lot of academic rigor. And unfortunately, as Information Minister, it becomes very, very difficult to even read a newspaper. So I have to, because since this is a very, very important subject, that I must congratulate ISSI for organizing this kind of function where we are able to tell the world as to what is going on in India. Not that they don't know, but it's very important for us to express our narrative, and being part of this continent for such a long time, we deeply understand the idiosyncrasies and the mindset of the people of this region. So that's why it becomes more important to tell the world our part of the story. Our part of the story, which is based on facts, figures, and the way our neighborhood, which is particularly India, the way historically, it's not that, Hindutva mindset, obviously, all of you sitting here are experts and have much more knowledge than my superficial knowledge. But still, as a common Pakistani, I do understand that having grown up in an age or in a decade where our country was dismembered by a very organized and a very planned strategy, where India right from the outset never accepted our existence, and they continued to destabilize us, they continued to undermine us, they continued to spread wrong news about Pakistan, and this latest one, which Chronicles? Indian Chronicles, is a fact that how low can a country go just to destabilize one peaceful country in its neighborhood, which used to be part of that territory. Now, this is a very organized, systematic way of undermining Pakistan through different means. This is the current regime of Modi is basically a blatant expression of that mindset. This is not a new phenomenon. It is that they have exposed themselves to the world as to, in the 21st century, if a fascist regime like Modi's Hindutva philosophy, whereby they convert the so-called biggest democracy in the world into the biggest fascist state in the world. Their ideology is based on hatred, discrimination, superiority. And in order to achieve that, they have become more emboldened to introduce the Citizen Act, what they have done in the Kashmir, what they are doing in different parts of India, the way they are destabilizing and involving themselves in the terrorist activities in our country. So it is very important for us to share with the world that how is it that the world reaction on such acts of Indian government or the Indian regime have gone unnoticed. Why is it that there are different standards? Had these things been done, even the fraction of these things being done by the Pakistani government or Pakistani state, the world would have turned upside down. Why is it? Is it just the commercial interests? Or is it something else? Where are the human rights organizations? Where are the so-called intellectuals of the world who should be condemning and should consider India as an outcast from the Comity of Nations. What India is doing is something very dangerous. Their philosophy is like reliving the Nazi era. And I'm quite surprised that we do not get the same reaction as one would have expected, that in 21st century we are trying to relive a very dark chapter of human history. So it is very important for all of us, our embassies, our intellectuals, our foreign affairs experts, academics, universities, that they should come up with a very solid, and it would not require much rigor, because all we have to do is that we have to showcase the brutalities, the totally fascist steps that the government of India has taken in these times, and we must expose them to the extent that this hypocrisy of on one side being a secular state and on the other side practically pushing an agenda which is purely based on hate and discrimination, which is the core of Hindutva ideology. So obviously the experts are going to throw more light on different dimensions of this particular regime and this particular ideology. So I, as a layman, I express my feelings, and that's all I can do. Thank you very much.